Welcome to the Women Podcasters Awards ceremony. I'm your host, Jennifer Henczel. I'm the founder of the Women Podcasters Awards and the Women Podcasters Network. Please visit our website and follow our YouTube channel and other socials. You can find all those links at womenpodcasters.com. It goes a long way in helping us with our mission to elevate women's voices globally and throughout the podcasting industry. We're now in our third year of the Women Podcasters Awards, and I want to say how incredibly grateful we are for the support we've received from the podcasting industry and from podcasters around the world. It's been inspiring to see how women's impact in podcasting continues to grow, and it would not be possible without all of you, the podcasters, listeners, sponsors, nominees, and advocates who believe in the power of women's voices and stories. I want to give a special shout out and heartfelt thank you to all of our valued sponsors. Your support helps make these awards possible and helps us to continue creating opportunities to recognize and celebrate women in podcasting. Many of our sponsors will be presenting awards throughout today's ceremony, and we encourage you to connect with each of them. I'd also like to acknowledge and thank Angela Fazer of Social Bliss Content Club for her extraordinary help with everything behind the scenes. You can find the awards ceremony as well as the sponsors and winners from today's ceremony at womenpodcasters.com. Before we begin, I would also like to take a moment to acknowledge the tremendous contributions and loss of a beloved icon in the podcasting world since our last awards ceremony. Todd Cochran was the founder of the People's Choice Podcast Awards, Blueberry, and so much more. He was a true pioneer in podcasting. His expertise, innovation, and dedication helped shape podcasting into what it is today. Todd's impact on the podcasting industry cannot be overstated. His influence will continue to live through the creators he inspired, the communities he helped to build, and the countless voices he empowered around the world. Todd was incredibly supportive to me and so generous with his knowledge when I was building this Women Podcasters Awards. I will always be so deeply thankful for his mentorship, encouragement, and leadership. Thank you, Todd Cochran. You will always be remembered. And now it's time to celebrate these incredible women in podcasting. Let's begin our awards presentations.
Hi, I'm Rob Greenlee, and I'm very honored to be here for the Women's Podcasters Awards. And I'm the host of a 14-year running show called the New Media Show. And I'm a 2017 Podcast Hall of Famer and chairperson of the Hall of Fame. My current project that I'm working on is a trust-first approach to new media creation via my Trust Factor Lab, which is blending the concept of human content and AI content together that builds community and trust. So today, I'm excited to be presenting the Best Authors and Books Podcast Award. And the winner is, drum roll, is Linda Mora of Getting Lit with Linda. Congratulations, Linda. It's an honor to give you this award, and I wish you the most luck with your podcast. I hope this award brings you lots of new listeners. And thank you and good luck.
Thank you so much. It's such an honor to have this form of recognition. I started this podcast because I wanted to share my love of literature one book at a time. I wanted all my listeners to get lit by the amazing authors that we have in Canada. I'm therefore really grateful to the authors who give their time and are willing to chat with me, to my deeply intelligent and insightful associate producer, Maya Harris. She's indispensable. And to the prize's sponsor for making this award even possible. And of course, to all my very dear listeners who took out the time to support and vote for me. I really feel your love and I'm grateful. My deepest of thanks to Jen and the Women in Podcasting Awards too for supporting women's efforts in podcasting when we know that we're still not the dominant voices in the field. Thank you for amplifying our voices.
Hello, everyone. I'm Gwilda Redmond, founder of the BC Women's Business Network, a community of ambitious, supportive women building successful businesses together. At BCWBN, we believe growth happens through connection, collaboration, and women supporting women. If you're curious about networking or just getting started in business, I invite you to visit our website, www.bcwmen.com. www.bcwomensbusinessnetwork.com, where you can grab our free resource, a guide to business networking, and it's a fantastic starting point to help you network with confidence and grow meaningful business relationships. Now, on to the exciting part. Today, I have the absolute pleasure and honor of presenting the award for Best Business Podcast. And the winner is Lindsay Dowd of Heartbeat for Hire. Congratulations, Lindsay.
Thank you so much for this wonderful award. This is our second year winning the Women Podcasters Awards. I am delighted to be accepting this. And on behalf of all of the women podcasters, thank you for creating this platform to have us be recognized. Congrats to all of the other winners. Thank you to the sponsors. Thank you to Jennifer for creating this amazing platform. Get out there, lead with heart. Have a great day. And again, thank you. I'm so happy to receive this for a second time.
Hi, my name is Heather Osgood, and I'm the CEO and founder of True Native Media, a podcast representation agency. We specialize in connecting podcasters with advertisers. If you'd like to learn more about how we can secure advertisers for your podcast, go to truenativemedia.com and click on the For Podcasters tab. Today, I'm presenting the Best Careers Podcast Award, and the winner is Betsy Ham of Loud and Lifted. Congratulations.
Congratulations to the Women in Podcasting Award winners. Hey, it's Melanie Benson here, melaniebenson.com. I'm founder of Rising Tide Collective, host of the Top 1% podcast, Amplify Your Success, and the Growth Fuel Substack. Now, before I announce the winners, which I'm super excited to do, I know how valuable collaboration is for podcast hosts to discover great guests for their show and to get more listeners, to touch more lives. Collaboration's really growth fuel. And if you've been dabbling in collaboration, maybe it hasn't worked the way you thought, or you know you should be collaborating to grow your reach, I want to share a quick resource with you. Take my 3-minute collaboration X Factor quiz at melaniebenson.com/quiz. You'll discover what your fastest path to collaborating with power, with juice, and with magnetism. And I'd love to hear what you discover. Now, let's get into the award winners. Today, I'm presenting the Best Coaching Podcast Award. And this is a rare event indeed, because there's a tie. The winner is Lillian Ling, Emlet of Transforming Healthcare Coaching. Congratulations, Lillian.
Thank you, everyone who voted for Transforming Healthcare Coaching for the category of coaching podcast. When we started this podcast several years ago, we had one belief that clinicians deserve more than surviving. They deserve to thrive. So this award belongs to all of our incredible guests, our coaches, and everyone in healthcare. Thank you so much to everyone who voted for us. And if you know someone in healthcare, please share our podcast with them. Healthcare really is in the moment of reckoning. We believe that the path forward is for coaching to be able to help all leaders in healthcare provide a better workplace for all of us. Thank you for believing in that with us for this Coaching Podcast Award. And together we can transform healthcare one person at a time.
And the winner is Kimberly Spencer of Communication Queen Podcast. Well done, Kimberly. Congrats again to all of the winners. I know how much hard work you pour into it. You pour your heart, you pour your soul, you put a lot of time and energy, sweat behind the scenes, and it shows. People love your work and keep amplifying the reach of your heartfelt message to the world. Congrats again.
Now I'll present the Best Comedy Podcast Award. And the winner is Filthy Milfs, hosted by Ellen and Sophie. Congratulations.
Wow, thank you. Oh my gosh, thank you so much for voting for Filthy Mills for Best Comedy Podcast. And thank you, Jen, for creating the Women Podcasters Network. We're so grateful to have won this award.
That is true. It's been an incredible experience meeting so many professional, enlightened women. It's been very enriching to our lives.
Yeah, and we started this podcast because we felt there was a need to talk about sex and wellness for women of a certain age without any shame.
Absolutely.
But who would have thought talking about our vaginas would be so funny or popular?
Yes, and would get us this award,
which we're grateful.
We are grateful. Not surprised, but grateful.
And humble.
Very. Thank you so much.
Up next, I'm presenting the Best Documentary Podcast Award, and the winner is The Rabbit Hole: Conspiracy Theories, hosted by Danielle Mercy. Congratulations. Now I'll present the Best Education Podcast Award, and the winner is The Female Stoic, hosted by Stephanie Poppins. Congratulations.
Hello, and thank you for presenting me with this award. I am honoured to receive it as the Female Stoic Podcast. The Female Stoic Podcast is a focus on the accomplishments of the female literary masters, hence the wig. This is a blue stocking wig, and we celebrate the achievements of the blue stockings, who were an 18th century intellectual group, mainly women, which of course railed against the social expectations of women at the time. And what we do is on the Female Stoic Podcast, we connect these literary achievements with the Stoic philosophers. And the reason we do that is because the first person ever to have translated the discourses by Epictetus was Elizabeth Carter, not only a woman, but a blue stocking, and someone who was not even supposed to be, socially speaking, writing, let alone translating in the 18th century whatsoever. So what an achievement. This is an educational podcast, and I'm glad to see that it won the educational category in the Women Podcasters Award, and I'm so grateful that you voted for me, and I hope we can go on to do great things together in 2026. Thank you.
I'm Steve Collins from podcastingtoday.co.uk, which is a website for the audio industry and for people that like listening to podcasts. And today I'm presenting the Best Financial Podcast Awards. Now, the recipient of the award is a show all about how people got started investing in startup companies. And I am delighted to say that the winner of the award is Marcia Dorwood of the Angel Next Door Wealth Reimagined. Congratulations, Marcia.
Thank you so much for this award. I am so excited to be winning a Women in Podcasting Award for a second time for Best Financial Podcast. And I am so excited for the Angel Next Door to be featured again. The Angel Next Door is about how people can learn about angel investing, how they can invest in the change they want to see in the world. It's all about demystifying that, but it has morphed into a lot more over the last few years. And I'm now talking a lot about empowering women to build wealth so that they can invest in the changes they want to see in the world. So thank you so much to Jennifer, and thank you to everybody who voted.
This is Dan from Based on a True Story, the podcast that compares your favorite Hollywood movies with history, which you can find at basedonatruestorypodcast.com. And as a history podcaster myself, I am super excited to announce the Best History Podcast Award. And I've got the answer right here. So let's find out. The winner is Sherry Lynch of True Weird Stuff. Congratulations.
I'm Sherry Lynch, and I am the writer and host for the True Weird Stuff podcast. And on behalf of our entire team, our director, Max Sweeten, our producer, Carrie Bowser, our executive producer, Tony Garcia, and our digital cult leader, Heather Furr, it is my honor to thank you for this incredible award. Here at True Weird Stuff, the show is just exactly what the name is. We tell true stories with a twist, and a lot of the stories we tell are women's stories. And as a woman creating in this space, that's a privilege for me to be able to pull out some stories that have been forgotten, but more often have been shoved aside, because the truth of those stories has a way of making people uncomfortable. But you know, stories are the greatest way that human beings have to connect and transmit information and culture. Stories are baked into the human soul. And to be able to tell stories like that on this show, and then to receive a Women in Podcasting Award on top of it, it's just huge, and there's nothing better. It is such a thrill, and we are so grateful. Thank you so very much for recognizing True Weird Stuff.
Hi, my name is Paul Henczel. My podcast is The Inspiring Show that I co-host with my wife, Jennifer. We feature teachings about mastering your mindset, manifesting your dreams, and monetizing your brilliance. My podcast was born out of my near-death accident. I am also a guest on other people's shows, and audiences love my story of going from an injured mill worker to an international speaker. I have also done a TED Talk called Silencing Stigma Through Storytelling, and I have written a book about our story called Crushed Alive. You can buy it on Amazon or grab a free digital copy at inspiringshow.com. Congratulations to all the winners in the awards today. And now I will be presenting the Best Horror, Thriller, and Paranormal Podcast Award. And the winner is Hellhound Country, hosted by Alexandra Siegel. Congratulations.
Hello, my name is Heidi de la Cruz. I am the host of the two-time award-winning podcast, The American Dream in the Eyes of Immigrants podcast. And if you would like free weekly podcast mentorship, you can join my weekly newsletter at HeidiDeLaCruz.com. Today, I'm presenting the Best Inspiration and Motivation Podcast Award. And the winner is Stephanie Ruth of When Spirits Talk. Congratulations, Stephanie.
Thank you so much. It is an honor to receive this award. My podcast, When Spirit Talks, is not just a podcast, it is a calling. It's a reminder to everyone to share your voice, honor your message, and remember your intuitive power. To everyone who's been a guest on my show, thank you for co-creating something so magical with me. And to everyone who's voted, shared, or listened to my podcast, I appreciate you and I honor you from the bottom of my heart. Jennifer, thanks for hosting these awards. I am so grateful to be a part of this. Remember that your inner voice is always speaking to you, and it is so worthwhile to listen to it. Thank you so much.
Next, I'll present the Best LGBTQ+ Podcast Award, and the winner is More Human, More Kind, hosted by Heather Hester. Congratulations.
This is honestly incredibly humbling. I first want to thank Jennifer for creating a space that uplifts and celebrates women's voices in podcasting. What you have built matters more than you know. I want to thank everyone who voted for me, who has supported me, listened to the podcast, shared an episode, sent a message, trusted me with your story. This work that I do has never been about numbers. It has always been about connection, about reminding people that kindness, courage, curiosity, and compassion still matter deeply in this world. A huge thank you as well to all of the amazing sponsors of this event for believing in women creators and the power of storytelling and community. And to my best friend and my husband, Steve, thank you for standing beside me through every evolution, every late night idea, every moment of doubt, and every dream. And to our 4 extraordinary kids, Connor, Isabel, Grace, and Rowan, you are the reason I do this work. You taught me what brave love looks like. You changed my life, expanded my heart, and made me more human and more kind. Thank you so much.
And up next, I will be presenting the Best Lifestyle Podcast Award, and the winner is The Language of Play, hosted by Dina Lynn Rosenbush. Congratulations.
Thank you, Jennifer, and thank you, voters. I am honored to be here among so many incredible women using their voices to change lives. As a speech language pathologist, I've discovered something powerful, and that is when you invite parents into the process, you get extraordinary progress from the children. That discovery, plus a passion to empower parents, is what grew into the language of play. I've connected with parents and guests from around the world. How cool is that? And I've been reminded over and over how deeply communication shapes our lives. I've also seen communication struggles affect relationships, behavior, connection, confidence, and peace in the home. But when communication grows, everything changes. That is why this recognition is so deeply validating to me. Thank you for supporting families, which is the bedrock of our society. Thank you.
Hey everybody, I'm Jeff Ravilla, the owner of Poduty, Poduty.com. One of the world's first live podcast theaters and entertainment centers is places where people can put on live shows, have fun, have a live podcast event. That's what we specialize in, and I like to cover that too. So I have a podcast called Poduty and the News. That's the only live news podcast about live podcasting recorded live, but that's not why I'm here today. Enough about me. Let's get into the Best Mindset and Mental Health Podcast Award. And the winner is Sandy Gerber of Magnetic Communication. Congratulations to all the nominees, and especially to Sandy for taking home the Best Mindset and Mental Health Podcast Award with Magnetic Communication.
Hello, I was excited to learn that I was a finalist, and I'm just thrilled to find out that we won the category. I'm Sandy Gerber, and I'm the host of the Magnetic Communication Podcast. And my mission is simple. It's to help people to communicate, to connect at work, at home, and to themselves. So first of all, I want to thank the Women's Podcaster Awards for this incredible recognition. And to every listener who voted, thank you. This podcast exists because of you. Every week I share one emotionally intelligent communication tool that's practical that you can use right away. Because when we communicate to connect, we connect better. And ultimately, when we connect better, we create more love and acceptance in the world. That's the movement we're building, one conversation at a time. Thank you very much for this honor.
Hello, I'm James Cridland, the editor of Pod News. We're a free daily newsletter for podcasting, and you should get it. There's news, lots of news, plus tips and tricks and jobs and events and all that every single day. It's very good. It's free, podnews.net. But also, if you have a podcast that you wish more people knew about, then try newpodcasts.net. It's free, and you could get your podcast in front of 33,000 people. If you wanted to give that a go, newpodcasts.net is where to go. Right, so pleased to be involved in the Women in Podcasting Awards, and today I'm presenting the Best News or Entertainment Podcast Award. And the winner for the Best News or Entertainment Podcast Award is Eteng Etta of Consider This for Comfort.
Thank you so much for this award. My name is Atang Etta, and I started Consider This for Comfort in 2024, and this marks my first recognition, hopefully the first of many. TV is a window into possibility, not just who we are, but who we could be. And so talking about TV and pop culture is so fun, but it's also so meaningful and insightful, and it's been such a joy building a platform that explores that. I didn't build this show alone, though, so thank you to my incredible community for trusting this vision and encouraging me to put this out in the world. Thank you to my family. I am because you are. I grew up in a household where I was told the sky's the limit, and this award is an example of that. And special shout out to all of my guests. My guests are some of my closest friends in this world, people I respect, trust, and admire. Thank you for taking this leap with me. To anyone who's thinking about starting a podcast, we need your voice and we need your story. Thank you, and cheers to my fellow nominees.
Hi, everyone. I'm Angela Fazer, owner of Social Bliss Blueprint and the Social Bliss Content Club. I create digital content to help you build your business online with ready-to-post content, Canva templates, and digital business resources. When you join the Social Bliss Content Club, you not only get all of my products, but you also get a new batch of content and Canva templates every month. I also have a whole page of freebies to help you build your business. So go check the club and my freebies and services out at socialbliss.ca. I'm very proud to be a sponsor again this year of the Women Podcasters Awards and to celebrate everybody's voices through their podcasts. Today, I am presenting the award for the Best Pets and Animals podcast. And the winner of the Best Pets and Animals podcast is Marcy Davis of Working Like Dogs. So congratulations to Marcy and all of this year's winners. See you next year.
Wow, thank you so much. This is such an incredible honor. Thank you to the Women Podcasters Network and to everyone who voted and supported women in podcasting. I'm Marcy Davis, host of Working Like Dogs on Pet Life Radio, a show celebrating the remarkable working animals who show up every single day and change human lives. To every woman out there with a story to tell, whether the road to sharing it has been easy or challenging, your voice belongs in this space. The world has always been quick to silence women, and quicker still to silence women with disabilities. Your story and your passion matter. Thank you to Jennifer and the entire Women Podcasters Network. This is a dream come true. Thank you, thank you.
And now I'll be presenting the Best Regional Podcast Award, and the winner is SoCal Voices Podcast, hosted by Angela Ross. Angela is also the sponsor and longtime supporter of the Women Podcasters Awards and Network. Congrats, Angela.
Wow, this is amazing. Thank you very much. You know, I have been podcasting now for nearly 6 years, and it still feels fantastic to get this recognition, to get this kind of acknowledgement. So thank you very, very much, Women Podcasters Awards, to everyone who voted for SoCal Voices, and for all of you who continue to support this podcast. I really appreciate you. Thanks so much.
Hello, my name is Alex Sanfilippo, and I'm the founder of Podmatch.com, which is a platform that automatically connects podcast hosts and guests for interviews, while also automatically helping monetize and grow people's shows. And I'm really excited to be here with everybody today. I've actually been part of this Women Podcasters Award since it began, and I'm really honored to be back here again today, getting to present one of the awards. But before I do that, just as a way of saying thank you, I wanted to give everybody something that has helped me a lot along the way. It's actually my favorite 9 ideas for podcasters. And whether you're a guest or a host or an aspiring guest or host, these 9 things will work for you, and I believe will help you out a lot. So if you could just go to podmatch.com/free. It's podmatch.com/free. You can get those 9 favorite ideas that I have, and I don't ask for your email address or anything like that. That's literally just my way of saying thank you for having me back and for being part of this. I'm really excited to be able to present an award today. Okay, with that said, for the reason we're here, I'm actually going to be giving out the award for the category Best Science Podcast Award. And I'm excited about this because when I saw the name of who won, I was like, wait, I've heard their show and I know who this is. So I'm actually really excited to be able to present this today. So without any further delay, the Best Science Podcast Award goes to Kate Wilson with All Access DNA. Kate Wilson, All Access DNA, congratulations. This is an award that I truly believe that you deserve, that you've earned. And I'll just share why. As someone who's listening to your show, what I respect most about the way that you podcast is how you get in the mind of your listener. The way that you ask questions, I believe it's the question that your listener is saying, oh man, I wonder about this, or I wish they'd ask this. And then you end up asking, they're like, no way. Like that was the question I had, right? And I think that your ability to understand who your podcast is for and to just be so bold with that really speaks volumes. And again, to me, that's a reason that you deserve an award like this. Also, I respect how just you're unapologetic. You're bold about what you believe and about what you're sharing, which I think really matters if you're talking about something like DNA. So again, congratulations, Kate. This is an award that you totally deserve, and I'm honored to be able to present it to you today. So again, Kate, congratulations to you and All Access DNA.
I am so honored for this recognition, and thank you to the organizers, sponsors, and other nominees. I started the All Access DNA podcast to increase knowledge about genetic medicine and show how people can use genetics responsibly to change their health. I really want people to understand genetics and be empowered to talk about genetic health care. Thank you to Gene Pool Media for giving All Access DNA a home and teaching me how to be a podcast producer. Thank you to my amazing professional network and fellow genetic counselors for their support. And thank you to all the guests who have been on the show. I want to dedicate this award to all the patients, caregivers, and patient advocates who continue to work on raising awareness of genetic conditions and increasing access to diagnosis and treatment. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Gretchen Schozer. I'm the owner of Schozer Talent and Wellness Solutions, where I help small and medium-sized businesses create healthier, more human-centered workplaces where people can thrive. I'm also the co-host of the award-winning podcast Shit That Goes On in Our Heads, where we use real conversations, humor, and honesty to normalize talking about mental health. You can learn more at SchozerSolutions.com, where I share tools and resources for leaders who want to create more mentally healthy workplaces. As a gift, I'd love to offer a free workplace wellness conversation starter to help leaders begin meaningful check-ins with their teams. I'm honored to be here as a sponsor and a presenter for the Women Podcasters Awards. Today, I'm presenting the Best Society and Cultures Podcast Award, and the winner is Kelsey Billingsley of the Unspoken Lives podcast. Congratulations, Kelsey. Your voice matters, and we are so excited to celebrate you.
Wow, what an incredible honor. I'm so grateful to receive this award. Thank you to Jennifer and the Women Podcasters Awards, and to everyone who voted for and supported Unspoken Lives podcast. I'm so thankful for all of the support. Unspoken Lives was built on a simple idea that every life has a story, even the ones that are never fully seen or shared out loud. This podcast has become a space for honest conversations, meaningful connection, and stories that remind us how much people can carry beneath the surface. I'm deeply grateful to God for bringing this idea to life and for continuing to place incredible guests and stories in front of me. Thank you to every guest who has trusted me with their story and to every listener who has taken the time to hear them. Thanks again.
What an honor to be presenting this award and supporting the Women Podcasters Awards. For those that don't know me, I'm Greg Wassman, Head of Relationships for RSS.com, the podcast hosting platform, and host of the Podcast Network Insights, where I interview the heads of podcast networks, providing an education on how podcast networks operate, why to join, or why to stay independent. And I'm also a relationship generator, helping create connections for business opportunities. So find me on LinkedIn and let's connect. As we're here for an incredible podcast awards, I'm happy to be able to offer 3 months free to RSS.com for your podcast hosting using the promo code FREE3months. That's FREE, the number 3 months, MONTHS. This podcast hosting is more than just storage. Podcast hosting with RSS.com provides monetization, distribution, a free, vibrant community of over 2,000 podcasters, human tech support, and more. It's no reason RSS.com It's one of the largest podcast hosting platforms. With that said, let's get to the category and winner. Today, I'm presenting the Best Sports Podcast Award, and the winner is Mara Flynn Cassidy of In the Pink Sports.
Hi, I am so very honored to accept this award and even more honored to be in the company of such amazing women. You know, I've always considered myself to be a pioneer in the field of broadcasting. And well, when I started out, we had a lot of doors to kick in, and we've done that and more. I really hope to continue to be a leader, educator, and inspiration to all the women who want to have a chance to have their voices heard and their creativity seen. And I believe we are just really getting our foot in the door with podcasting. It's a world where it's unlimited. It's limited by virtually nothing. And that truly means that everything and anything is possible. So ladies, we have the microphone, we have the camera, and now we have the world of podcasting to make our own. So let's go for it. Thank you so much. And truly, this means a great deal to me. I really appreciate it.
Thanks, Jennifer. Hi, everyone. I'm Angela Ross, creator and host of SoCal Voices, an award-winning podcast about navigating life in Southern California. There's so much to love about Southern California, from our gorgeous coastline to the awesome weather to the long list of world-class events and activities. But there are other realities. High cost of living, soul-crushing commutes, the pressure of hustle culture, and the struggle to find belonging in the sprawl. SoCal Voices is your companion through it all. My conversations with thought leaders, local experts, and everyday residents help us make sense of navigating life in this one-of-a-kind region. I invite you to listen to the podcast and join my email list. You can do both at SoCalVoices.com. And now I am delighted to be presenting the award for Best Storytelling Podcast. And the winner is Keisha Scott of Cake for Dinner. Congratulations, Keisha.
Hi, I'm Keisha Scott. I am so excited to win the Women Podcaster Award. You know, this whole thing really started as just a way for me to express myself as a woman and as a mom. I just got tired of the whole perfection culture. And Cake for Dinner isn't just a podcast. This is a movement, hopefully to give women the permission to let their hair down, to be themselves. It's real moms, real women, telling real stories about motherhood, parenting, hormones, and all the things. So I'm so excited that you guys love it and voted for me. I'm so appreciative and super excited to put more episodes out. So thank you.
Hello, everyone. I'm Jen Hardy, founder and CEO of Epic Wave Enterprises, the Power Up Creator Awards, Fabulous Over 50, the Jen Hardy Podcast, and the Jen Hardy Show on YouTube. Speaking of YouTube, I would love to help you grow your YouTube channel. Why, you ask? Well, I brought mine from 38 to over 230,000 subscribers in just 2 years. Got that play button my first year, and I want to help you get yours because it feels so good. So if you go to jenhardy.net, you can find all things YouTube, and I would love to see you there and be able to help you out. So thank you very much for joining me with that. And without further ado, let's talk about the award I'm presenting. Are you ready? Today, I am presenting an award for the best technology podcast. And the winner is, drumroll, Faith and Tech Bites with Amy Lynn. Congratulations, Amy.
I'm incredibly honored to accept this award. Thank you to the Women Podcasters Awards for recognizing the work I pour into Faith and Tech Bites with Amy Lynn. This show exists because I believe faith and technology connect. They shape how we live, work, think, and connect. To my listeners, you are the heartbeat of this podcast. Every download, every message, every moment you spend with me means more than you know. Thank you for trusting me with your time. To the women in the industry who continue to innovate and push boundaries, I am grateful to stand alongside you. Your work inspires me to keep showing up and keep growing. And to everyone who has supported me on this journey, thank you. This award reminds me that the stories we tell matter. I'm excited for what comes next. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Jennifer Kramer, the Success Sorceress. I help powerful, overly generous women stop funding success with their life force so that they can become happy, healthy, wealthy, and loved without abandoning themselves or burning out. You can find my Overgiver Solution app and guide at successsanctuary.ca/Jennifer-Kramer. Today, I have the pleasure of presenting the Best Wellness Podcast, and the winner is Dr. Bluestein of Bendy Bodies, your guide to hypermobility, health, and EDS. Please see below for all of her links and the Bendy Body podcast.
Oh my gosh, I am genuinely floored right now. I am so honored to receive this award from the Women Podcaster Awards, and I have to be clear. This happened because you voted. The Bendy Bodies listeners did this, so thank you. When I started Bendy Bodies, my patients kept hearing the same thing. There's nothing you can do. People with conditions like Ehlers-Danlos syndromes, hypermobility spectrum disorders, POTS, and mast cell activation syndrome were being dismissed despite how life-altering these conditions can be. So I created a place where I could share my expertise and bring in world-leading experts to give this community something it desperately needed, hope and a real path forward. To every guest who trusted me with their knowledge and every listener who shared an episode with someone who needed it, thank you. You are why this works. Thank you to my incredible production team, Human Content, who have been just as bendy as my patients in making this show what it is. And to my husband, my CFO, chief strategist, and biggest believer, none of this exists without you. And to the extraordinary women nominated alongside me, including the teams behind Peds Doc Talk and Ovary Active, it is an honor to be in your company.
I'm joining you today from the land of Kaurna people in Adelaide, Australia. I want to acknowledge their elder, past and present, as the traditional custodian of this land. I'm Miko Santos, founder of Podwires. Podwires is a newsletter and a marketplace for independent podcast producers, the people who make the show happen behind the scenes. We cover industry news, tools, and opportunities, and we connect producers with the jobs and collaboration that grow their careers. If you're a podcast producer, or if you work with one, come find us at podwires.com. And as a thank you for being here today, I put together a free resources guide with the best tools, job boards, and communities for independent podcast producers. Grab it at podwise.com. No string attached. It's an honor for me to be part of the 2026 Women Podcasters Award. And a huge thank you to Jen, the founder of Women's Podcaster Network, for building the kind of community that makes a night like this possible. Now, the moment you've all been waiting for. I'm presenting the Best Broadcaster Award. Any clap? And the winner is Elizabeth Vielli, a powerful woman of the record. Congratulations, Elizabeth.
Wow. Thank you. What an incredible honor. I want to start by thanking my community, the listeners, guests, supporters, and everyone who voted. I'm deeply grateful to the Women Podcasters Awards and Jennifer Henczel. You created space and support for women to be heard, celebrated, and elevated. Thank you. I'm especially grateful for my son who helped bring this vision to life. Powerful Women Off the Record was created because I believe women are hungry for something real, not polished perfection, but real conversations about leadership, motherhood, setbacks, and growth. My mission is women supporting women because when women share their stories honestly, we give other women permission to rise too. And I want to give that voice a platform. Thank you for believing in this mission, and thank you again for this honor.
And now I will be presenting the Best Producer Award. And the winner is April Sumner. Congratulations.
Hi, Thank you so much. And thank you, Jennifer, for organizing these awards and for including a producers category. There's a lot of work being done by women behind the scenes, and it's an honor to be recognized as one of them. Thank you so much to our terrifyingly organized fandom. Our community is the absolute best, and it means more than I can say to have your support. Rustiqua was founded to uplift underrepresented voices in the industry, and our fandom absolutely reflects those values. Thank you to Alexander J. Newell and Hannah Brunken for helping me find my own voice and continuing to work to improve not just our own business, but the industry itself. Thank you to Catherine Ranella, our mastering engineer, who has one of the most crucial and invisible jobs of actually making our shows. Thank you to our sound designers and editors, Nico, Lori, Meg, Tessa, Liz, and Katie. And thank you very much also to Hattie, who was the one who told me about these awards and is always working really hard to make sure that we are getting recognized and acknowledging the work that we're doing behind the scenes. Thanks.
Hi, I'm Anastasia with Access Speakers, and I am honored to be a part of this Women in Podcasting Awards. I do have a special offer that I would love to extend to you, and that is to get a free podcast guesting checklist. This checklist is going to help you get the most out of any podcast interview that you do, and it's going to help you have podcast guesting basically be relational versus transactional marketing. You can access this by simply going to accessspeakers.biz/thank you. That's my company name, accessspeakers.biz/thank you, to get my free podcast guesting checklist and be able to connect with me directly as well. I love connecting with others in the podcasting space. And today I have the great honor of presenting the award for the Best Expert Guest Award. And the winner is, drumroll please, Dr. Haley D. Quinn. Congratulations, Dr.
Wow, thank you so much. I'm thrilled to receive this Women Podcasters Award. Prior to hosting my own podcast, I made my first guest appearance back in February 2020, and little did I know that that was going to spark something so meaningful. Since then, I've had countless opportunities to sit in virtual guest chairs and have conversations around compassion, self-care, burnout prevention, and what it truly means to thrive, particularly as a neurodivergent person living in a world that hasn't been built for us. These conversations matter deeply to me because I believe when we speak openly about the things that hold us back, it gives other people the permission to do things differently. I'm so grateful to Jennifer and her team, everybody who voted for me, and to every host who has ever opened their mic to me. And I look forward to many more conversations to come. Go well and go gently with yourselves. Thanks again.
Thank you so much for listening and watching today and celebrating with us. Help us in our mission to elevate women's voices by sharing this ceremony and the clips on our channel and in our socials. If you would like to join us next year, stay connected with us by subscribing to our email list through womenpodcasters.com/gifts. Until next time, be encouraged. Bye for now.